Yeah, I used to have a teacher who say, he comes to his philosophy classes and he say, well, whatever I'm gonna say, don't accept it, but don't reject it.
Yeah,
Contemplate it.
exactly. That's
And
perfect.
it's just perfection.
Good teacher.
It helped me
I
so
like
much
him.
for me for the next teachers that I was visiting, and also as a recommendation when I was sharing from my stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's what my Swami does. He'll like, even after the lecture, he'll kind of be like, "Do you understand? Questions? Come on,
Yeah.
like, let's hear it." Because he wants you to question him. He wants you to try to. That's why he says, if it doesn't make sense, you feel like something I'm saying is like wrong, ask me, and then I can show you the answer, and then you can go, oh, and then continue. And that's a problem I see with a lot of. That's what I try to do in my workshops. Is like I want to make it interactive. Because a lot of the times, if you disagree or something feels off or wrong in the middle of something, it ruins the entire rest of the experience because you can't voice what you're thinking or feeling. So, but if you can do that, if you're in a place where you can ask freely and question freely, it makes it a lot easier to be immersed in it and get into it and deal with problems as they arise.
The inquiring process.
Exactly, which is a fundamental aspect of the practice.
Which is sadly, though, the modern education system is very like just surrender and accepting whatever the teacher is saying, and I personally grow in that way.
I got in a lot of trouble in school because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I got expelled and I got
Questioning everything
all the time. Yeah, because I would never take that as an answer. I guess I've always kind of been a little rebel. But you got to be a rascal to grow spiritually. I mean, a lot of the best spiritual teachers are rascals. Yeah. So I think that comes with authenticity, as being a little bit rascally.
It's true.
Being yourself.
It's true. It's happened the same to me in the Catholic Church and with the priest and the church that I was grow with my family, especially in South America. The Catholicism is very strong.
Yeah.
And I was that everything was a matter of faith, and you need to just believe that it's something there. And I was like, but I don't feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't, just convince me. And I was open to be convinced. I did like First Communion and confirmation. I did my confirmation of my faith when I was 18, and I was already a rebel and inquiring stuff. And I just want to be convinced, and I didn't. So and I wasn't. I wasn't being convinced. That's why when I read like ancient tantric scriptures, for example, I think it's the Prajna Vishnadayam, one of the tantric texts. They say like one of the first thing that they say is like all these things meant to be experienced.
Yes.
And yeah, that makes sense, and it's aligned with what we have been talking.
And that's the biggest difference I think between Eastern and Western religions is it's not based on fear tactics. It's based on experience and like understanding, versus just like you said. That's how I felt. I was raised in Episcopal like Christian church, and it was the same way of like you just gotta believe it because it's the word of God. And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't answer my questions. So. That's the problem. And that's why you see in a lot of those religions, there's a lot less faith. And their faith is based on fear and like just being told to have faith rather than actually feeling it at the deepest level. And that was the big thing India taught me is like these people have faith not because they're told to, but because they truly, in their heart of hearts, believe in this and have felt it and experienced it. And they're with God truly versus just like going through the motions of going to church every Sunday, Do you think